Hi, welcome to the series of video lectures on microwave engineering. Today we will see circular waveguides. In this circular waveguides, let us derive the characteristic equation of Bessel's equation. Very important question in the examination. Let us see first what is circular waveguide. Circular waveguide is a cylindrical metallic structure in which the electromagnetic wave EM wave propagates. First, what is this? So the first point is the circular waveguide is a cylindrical mechanical structure or tube in which the electromagnetic wave propagates. Let us take a three-dimensional coordinate system. Let us take, say this is a three-dimensional coordinate system x, y and z. Let us take a cylindrical structure. Let us take a cylinder. Let us take a cylindrical structure. Say this is the circular waveguide. Say this is the circular waveguide. Assume that the axis of the circular waveguide is along z axis. So assume that the radius of the circular waveguide is say small a. The radius of the circular waveguide is small a. So as you know that, so this angle in cylindrical coordinate system is represented as phi. The height of the waveguide is represented with z, and a is the radius. Here a is equal to radius of circular waveguide. So this is, so assume that the wave is propagating in positive z direction. Say the wave equations, as you know from electromagnetics, the wave equations for TE waves, for transverse electromagnetic waves, what is the wave equation? Del square Hz is equal to gamma square Hz. For TM waves, the wave equation is del square Ez is equal to gamma square Ez. So these are the wave equations for TE waves, and this is the wave equation in terms of Ez for transverse magnetic waves. So we write this equation, generalized equation. So the generalized Helmholtz equation, is written as del square psi is equal to gamma square psi. Del square psi is equal to gamma square A. We want to find out the solution of this equation. Later we can substitute in place of psi Ez or Hz. So we want to find out the solution of this equation. Solution of this equation. Now, because this is a cylindrical coordinate system, so the generalized expression for this Laplacian operator, so del square is called as Laplacian operator in mathematics. Del square is called as Laplacian operator, where we have to write the del square formula in cylindrical coordinate system. So I write the generalized expression for del square as 1 by h1, h2, h3. So remember this generalized expression, dou u1 into h2, h3 by h1 into dou psi by dou u1 plus dou by dou u2 of h1 h3 by h2 into dou psi by dou u2 plus dou by dou u3 of h1 h2 by h3 into dou psi by dou u3. So that is equal to gamma square psi. So this is the generalized expression. We can use this equation for Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. So this is the generalized formula which we can use for all coordinate systems. Very simple formula. Now for cylindrical coordinate system, because it is a cylindrical coordinate system, for cylindrical coordinate system, the elements are actually rho phi z, because we are not using any spherical coordinate system throughout the syllabus. So therefore I take rho as r. Take rho as r, because we are not using any spherical coordinate system further. So therefore I take this as r phi z. So where r here in this diagram, so where r is perpendicular distance, from z axis. So therefore r is, you can write here, r is perpendicular distance from z axis. Remember this. Now, so the differential elements, as you know, the differential elements are, as you know, that d rho, so that is dr, rho d phi, that is r d phi dz. So these are the differential elements from which you can see h1 is equal to 1, h2 is equal to r, h3 is equal to 1. So therefore h1 is equal to 1, h2 is equal to r, h3 is equal to 1. Make these substitutions in this equation. So substitute h1 is equal to 1, h2 is equal to r, h3 is equal to 1. So here r phi z, u1 in place of u1 r, and in place of u2 phi, in place of u3 z, and after substituting these terms, so this equation will become, so therefore 1 by r, 1 by h1, h2, h3 will become 1 by r into dou by dou r of h2, h3 by h1, that is r into dou psi by dou r. So this is the first one. The second one, so dou by dou phi of h1, h3 by h2, that is 1 by r into dou psi by dou phi plus dou by dou z of r into dou psi by dou z. So that is equal to gamma square psi. So that is equal to gamma square psi. So this is the expression. So this is the partial differential equation. So this is the partial differential equation. So in terms of, you can see, this is the partial differential equation where psi is a function of r phi z. So therefore the solution of psi by variable separable method. So by variable separable method, the solution of psi can be taken as, so this is the very important, from variable separable method in mathematics. So the psi is written as, psi is a function of r, function of phi and function of z. So therefore it is written as r of r and phi of phi. So and z, capital Z of z. So we have to take the solution of psi as in this format. The solution of psi in this format where capital R of R is the function of R only, where capital phi of phi is the function of phi only, capital Z of Z is the function of Z only. If you multiply these three functions, you will get the solution of psi. So that means you want to find out the R of R, psi of psi and Z of Z and substitute in this equation, we will get the generalized solution for psi. So let us check out, substitute this psi in this equation here. So I write these terms, substitute this R capital phi and Z here. So therefore since it is so it will become, so phi and Z will come outside. So I am writing it as phi and Z will come outside by R, because if you substitute R phi Z, phi and Z are constants. So phi and Z you can take outside. Phi Z by R into dou by dou R of, in fact you can write it as d, because we are making it a partial differential equation into regular differential equation. So R into dr by dr. So that is the first one. The second one you can take it as, if you substitute here R and Z are constants, you can take R and Z outside and bring this R, multiply this 1 by R here. So finally this is written as R capital R Z by small r square, 1 by R into 1 by R will become 1 by R square. So this is written as d square capital phi by d phi square, d capital phi by d phi square, plus last one you can take it as, if you substitute say R phi Z, so therefore R phi and are constants, so this 1 by R and this 1 by R gets cancels out. So therefore this is finally written as R capital phi d square capital Z by dz square. So that is equal to gamma square into R phi Z. Substitute psi here, R phi Z. So this is, after substituting this equation, this solution in this equation will get this one. Now divide this equation by, divide this equation by R phi capital Z. So you will get R phi Z, phi Z gets cancelled out, you will get the first term as 1 by small r into capital R. So that is d by dr of R into dr by dr. So that is plus, if you divide by R phi Z, so R phi Z, so it will get RZ cancels out, it will come out as 1 by R square phi d square capital phi by d square plus 1 by capital Z into d square Z by dz square. So that is equal to gamma square. R phi Z cancels out. So this is the term we get. So now, so in this equation, first let us take this term. So because this is a very independent term, so this is the independent term. So first take this term. So because you can see from this equation, it is a sum of 3 terms. So this is one term. So this is the second term. This is the third term. So this is a propagation constant gamma. So this is a propagation constant gamma. Since the sum of 3 terms, sum of 3 terms is a constant, we can equate each individual term to a constant. Let us take this first term. Since I write one sentence here, since the sum of 3 terms, is a constant. Since from the above equation the sum of 3 terms is a constant, each term can be equated to a constant. So therefore, equate this term to a constant. So therefore, we can write it as, so so what we can write here is that 1 by capital Z into d square capital Z by dz square, where capital Z is a function of Z. So therefore, that is equal to, let us say this is equal to gamma g square. So you have to take like this, gamma g square. Carefully take the last term as gamma g square. So take this z here. So bring this z this side. So therefore, this is written as d square capital Z by dz square. So that is equal to gamma square into capital Z. So which is further written as, if you replace d by dz by capital D capital D. So we can make this as a differential equation like this, as you know. So from differential equation, so this is written like a differential equation. So this term is written like a d square minus gamma g square z into gamma g square into z is equal to 0. So we can write the solution. In fact, the roots of equation are, the roots of this equation are d square minus gamma g square is equal to 0, from which you get d is equal to plus or minus gamma g. So you get this solution, d square, you have to equate d square minus gamma g square is equal to 0 from differential equations. As you know how to solve a differential equation, the roots are, we get minus gamma g comma plus gamma g. That is the propagation constant, where gamma g is here gamma g is propagation constant of the medium in the circular waveguide. So this factor is important, in the circular waveguide. So this is the propagation constant of the medium inside the circular waveguide. As you know that the roots are m1 comma m2. The solution of z, here the solution of z is written as the solution of this differential equation, the solution of this equation is written as, the solution of this equation is written as, we can write capital Z is equal to, use constant A into e power minus gamma g m1 x plus b into e power what is m2 plus gamma g into z. So this is the solution of last term, z of z. So we have calculated, you can see this, we have calculated this term. So we have calculated this term, z of z. So now substitute what is this, what we have assumed, 1 by z into d square z by dz square, we have assumed it as gamma g square. Substitute gamma g square and bring this term. So therefore this equation is written as the equation, say this is equation A. So say this is equation 1. By substituting this gamma g square here, the equation 1 is written as, the equation 1 is written as, so what we can write? So 1 by small r into capital R. So d by dr of r into dr by dr plus 1 by r square into, so capital phi into d square capital phi, where phi is a function of phi. So d phi square plus what last term I am writing it as, bring gamma square this side, I am writing it as minus gamma square minus gamma g square, so that is equal to 0. So multiply this equation by r square. So multiply this equation by r square. So multiply by So multiply by r square, multiply by r square this equation. So we write this equation as small r by capital R. So d by dr of r into, so dr by dr plus r square gets cancelled out. This is written as 1 by capital phi. So d square capital phi by d phi square minus gamma square minus gamma g square into r square is equal to 0. Say this as equation 2. Say this as equation 2. So now you can see that, so this is an independent term. So this is an independent term where we can equate this term to another constant, let us say minus n square. Let us assume, so what is this term? 1 by capital phi into d square capital phi by d phi square is equal to minus n square, where n is a constant. So take this phi, similar to previous manner, d square phi by d phi square is equal to minus n square into capital phi. So if you write this in differential equation format, so what we can write, if you replace d by capital D, we can write it as d square plus n square into capital phi is equal to 0. So what are the roots? The roots are, what are the roots? By equating d square plus n square is equal to 0, from which you get d is equal to plus or minus ni. So you get d is equal to plus or minus n. So here you can see that the roots are complex conjugate. So therefore the solution of this differential equation, this one is written as, so therefore what is the solution? If the roots are complex conjugates, I can write it as capital phi, so that is equal to an sin n phi, because the roots are imaginary, that is the general solution, n sin n phi plus bn cos n phi. So we have to take this solution. So therefore we have got phi of phi also. So here you can see that we have got z of z. So what is the z of z solution? This one is the z of z solution. Now we have got phi of phi solution. So therefore we have got phi of solution also. So therefore substitute this. So therefore in this equation 2, substitute, what is this term we have assumed? Minus n square. Substitute minus n square in equation 2. So therefore from equation 2 what we can write? So we can write it as, substitute this term is equal to minus n square. So therefore this equation is written as small r by capital R into, so d by dr of r into dr by dr minus n square. You can see minus n square minus gamma square minus gamma g square into r square is equal to 0. So what we will do is that we have one relation, the relation between gamma g, gamma and kc, cutoff wave number. So what is this? Clearly see very simple differences. Gamma g is the propagation constant of the medium inside the circular waveguide. Gamma is the propagation constant of the medium outside the waveguide. So therefore what is the relation between gamma g? Gamma g is the propagation constant inside the medium of inside the circular waveguide. And gamma is the propagation constant outside the circular waveguide. So where kc is the cutoff wave number. So the relation is given by very, very important relation. We use this relation several times while solving the problems. So gamma g square plus gamma square is equal to kc square, where kc is cutoff wave number. So we want this relation. So we want what is the relation? Gamma square minus gamma g square. Gamma square minus gamma g square will come out as minus c square. So therefore gamma square minus gamma g square will come out as minus kc square. So therefore we can substitute minus kc square here. Now this differential equation is finally written as, so you can see that r by capital R into d by dr of r into dr by dr minus n square. What you can replace? Gamma square minus gamma g square is equal to minus into minus plus. So therefore this term is written as k suffix c into small r whole square is equal to 0. So now multiply this equation by capital R. So multiply this equation by capital R, multiply by capital R this equation. This equation is finally written as r into d by dr of r into dr by dr. So plus we write this in one bracket. So that is kc into r whole square minus n square into capital R is equal to 0. So this is the very important equation. This is very important equation. This is called characteristic equation. This is called characteristic equation of Bessel's equation. So this is what you have to derive, characteristic equation of Bessel's equation. So this is what you have to derive in the exam. So the solution of this is written as, furthermore the solution of this equation is written as, say, let us say this as equation 3. So let us treat this as equation 3. The solution of equation 3 is written as, it is a standard Bessel's differential equation. Remember that this is a standard Bessel's differential equation. So therefore the solution here for capital R, remember that for capital R is written as, already an, bn we have used. So therefore take cn into jn of kc into r. This solution is very important, plus d suffix n, capital D suffix n into capital N into kc into r. So we discuss about these terms. We discuss about these terms in the next class. So Cn, where Jn of KCR is the nth order Bessel's function of first kind, Nn of KCR is the nth order Bessel's function of second kind. So we will discuss about this Jn and Nn in the next lecture. So therefore we have got R of R also. We can substitute R in this equation. So therefore we have got Z of Z solution, Phi of Phi solution, R of R solution. If you multiply these three, you get the solution for psi. So this is the generalized solution. Okay, so this is what you have to write, the characteristic equation of Bessel's function. Very important question in the examination. Thank you.